This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet parents and pet friends. This is Michelle Fern, your host on Best Bets for Pets. And I have something yummy I want to tell you about for your pooches. We'll be right back after this break.
DINOVITE.com.
When we put him on the Dinovite, he took right to it. All of these symptoms disappeared.
Dinovite is nutrition.
If you want the dog to be healthy, you got to feed it something healthy.
Something that he actually likes to eat. You need to put him on Dinovite.
Dinovite for life.
If you love your dog, you don't just want him healthy, you want him to be happy.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I want to introduce Henry Warner. He is the founder of, what else? I gave you a little hint in the intro, Poochie Butter. Welcome, Henry.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to have you. Okay, in case people don't know or didn't get the hint or maybe aren't sure, what exactly is Poochie Butter?
Yes, well, you did have great hints. But Poochie Butter is an all-natural, no-preservative solution of peanut butter for your dogs. A lot of store-bought peanut butters carry salts and sugars. There's preservatives and even thickeners in there that reduce the actual amount of peanut butter. So what we did is not only make an all-natural, no-preservative solution, but we added in supplements that are good for a dog's breath, brain, bone, skin, and coat. So those ingredients are turmeric, cinnamon, parsley, coconut oil, and ginger.
So what made you decide to create something that's a little better of all the things that's a little better than something out there? Why peanut butter? I mean, I know it's used a lot of pet parents use it for a lot of different reasons, but what made you think I have to make a better peanut butter or better, make something, I have to create Poochie Butter? What were your thoughts behind it?
Great question. So it was a bit of an opportunity meeting with my background. And what had happened was my dog Bear was subject to medication, and my grandfather was sourcing the medicine through our Skippies. And I'm a pretty healthy, conscious guy, so I knew that there would be a better alternative. And my background is in digital marketing. So I would help companies on their Amazon listings and create websites and e-commerce sites. And, I had a good understanding of how it all worked online. So I knew if I could come up with a product that was highly valuable, right, there's better alternatives than Skippy. And if I could combine that with my experience, maybe I had a shot here. So I took, the story and experience and brought it together.
That's really cool. And it's very true that a lot of pet parents really like to use peanut butter as a little, a pill decoy or a pill hider or a way to distract the dog. You can put that a little bit in their mouth and they're licking. So when you're cutting their nails or something, and, so that it's used a lot. And so coming up with something that's all natural and better for your fur kid than, other, people brands or other brands that are out there is just a big win for your fur babe, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think as a society, people are definitely trending into health and wellness, especially with their dogs too, which is great. And I'm a firm advocate behind that. So to be able to create a product that is a healthy alternative to what they're sourcing now, to what dogs love, just very grateful for that opportunity. And it's been a lot of fun. We're still just a startup. We're going to, our first big expo in Florida. So just to be able to be behind and develop something that you believe in and that you're passionate about is, truly a blessing. So we'll see as we continue.
Well, I'll probably see you there because we've gone to global for the last decade. So more than that, I think.
Nice.
But Global Pet Expo is huge, and it's growing in leaps and bounds every year. And there's so many different products. And is this your first time?
This will be our first time. Yes. So we're very anxiously excited. We're preparing, going through the checklist, making sure we have everything. Just trying to be prepared as we can. We have some new products that we're going to bring to Vail there that we're excited to get some, hopeful purchase orders, sure, but feedback as well from experts in the industry. And, that's truly invaluable as well. So definitely looking forward to it.
Well, it's a big event, very exciting. Okay, let's get back to Poochie Butter. Now, you have a lot of different types of ingredients that I've never heard about in peanut butter. And we talked about them a little, but what made you think about putting parsley in Poochie Butter or ginger? I mean, I know they have have very good natural
benefits.
Thanks. There's a lot of good natural benefits from, using them, but I've never heard of turmeric or ginger or parsley in peanut butter before. So what made you think I should add these, these items should be included? Dogs would respond well to the taste, and yet they would have these, extra benefits as well.
Sure. Great question. And I can't take all the credit for that because, the one that came up with the idea and knew that there was value in creating a healthy peanut butter, but then my weakness was immediately exploited as I'm not a cook or I'm not a baker or, have much background in recipe creation. So my first step was seeking out a food scientist. So she was the one that really did the market research, did the testing to formulate and finalize the recipe that we have now, and, determining the right set amounts so that they will still complement each other, so that a dog will still enjoy the natural taste of the peanut butter, but still getting those benefits. We chose those because they all kind of, in a way, complement each other. They're all made within the United States. We didn't have to go outside of the country's borders to be able to source these ingredients, so that they were accommodable and, they have a high benefit, and they're just all natural products. We tried to hit every area within the dog, I guess. It's good. Like I said before, it's good for the breast, the brain, the bones, the skin, and the coat, so we tried to hit everything when we were doing that. But again, I really tip my hat to our food scientist who had really kind of paved the way on the recipe creation there.
Well, I'll give you a lot of kudos for doing that, because some of the doggy peanut butters that are out there are just kind of a little more basic. They don't have these ingredients that have, kind of a additional benefit besides that it will just, taste good for the dog, or it has, like from the peanuts, it has natural oils that are good for the dog. So that was, I think, really smart, because a lot of them don't have these kind of ingredients. What about, I didn't taste it, but it smells really good. And I love peanut butter. And Nikki had a field day with the Poochie Butter. So Nikki was my tester on it, and he loved it. So can people eat it? I mean, maybe you don't advise it, but is it human grade?
It's totally human grade. I mean, those are literally the only ingredients. So there's nothing that humans can't have. I've had it on multiple occasions, but it's not the best tasting peanut butter to the human taste.
Well, it doesn't have what we're used to, and, which is the sugars and the salt and, some of the fats, and it has parsley. So we're not used to parsley in peanut butter, right?
Yes, it is a little unordinary. And there's turmeric, but the target audience is the dog. So as long as they love it. But yes, to answer your question, you can absolutely eat it and be totally safe.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and tell you about the toy that Henry also developed with the Poochie Butter that will keep your fur babe entertained for a long time. We'll be right back.
It's designerpetsweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit designerpetsweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. designerpetsweaters.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Henry Warner. He's the founder of Poochie Butter. And now we're going to talk about his peanut toy, which you can put the Poochie Butter inside of it. So it looks like the old Mr. Peanut Man from years ago, if anybody remembers that.
Mr. Peanut, yes.
It looks like a big peanut with a hole
It is a big peanut.
but a nice size hole. So what was the idea behind the toy?
Sure. So I knew that to become a business, right, I would have to build out the portfolio. I didn't want it to be just a product. While peanut butter is the brand name and is what gave birth to the business, I didn't want it just be a one-stop shop consumable. So I really saw value in going out and trying to complement that with a toy. And Kong has kind of shown that this feeder toy is popular, right? Their whole business, everybody who owns a dog knows the brand name Kong, and they got started through the exact same concept. So I wanted to create something that, was a little cuter and that we could call our own, and, something that we could package together with the peanut butter. So the reason we chose the peanut is, it's the whole brand is based around peanuts. And again, it just kind of looks cute. And we went with the double barrel holes because of the cleanliness that sometimes some other feeders might get some buildup for one or another reason. So we opened up both ended holes. They're the same dimensions as some of the other feeders, but, it's easier for the dogs and it's easier for the humans when they go to clean it out. So our goal is to continue to build out that portfolio. The next stop is to get a lick pad, which is good for the bath or nail clippings or grooming. One of the first people that we connected with was Rob Hoover at Canine Bath Buddy. He was the innovator behind the lick pad that would suction to, the side of the bathtub or the kitchen sink. And he's been a huge supporter of us since the beginning and vice versa. And, we received his blessing to, take his concept and kind of tie it in. So we're going to come up with a lick pad.
I think I know what this is, but for everybody that doesn't, it's called a lick pad, and it's probably a rubber suction that adheres and to whatever bathtub or something or sink or what have you. And so you put the peanut butter on there and the dog can lick away and be distracted while you're clipping its nails or doing other things that they don't like to do.
Precisely. That is actually exactly.
Great idea.
Yes. It is a great idea. And it really solved the problem. Some people, I didn't even know this, but what some people would do would smear peanut butter on the bathroom tile, and that would distract them. So Rob would do this and saw, the value in having a more cleansly solution where bacteria wasn't building up. There's stuff on the side of the wall that they were licking off the tile and stuff, and it was multi-use. So, it was a great idea. There's other lick pads out there now, but it all serves around peanut butter or, some other schmearable product. So peanut butter seems to be the most common now.
Right, because how many other things can you smear dog-wise?
Are like safe and it's pretty narrow, to be honest. People, you could mush a banana and then smear a mushed banana on it.
Have some mushed banana. Yeah, mushed banana might work. Or if they love their dog food a lot, or maybe you can get a little fancy kind. And but you need a lick pad, because how can you, I guess you could put, I'm trying to imagine, where would you put if you didn't use a lick pad, where would you put the smearable product while you're giving your doggy a bath?
I don't know.
There's definitely a need for it. That's for sure. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you had told us one thing I want to mention, and I read about this on your site, but I want people to know, because you guys also give back. I know you're from New Jersey. That's where our founder and head honcho, Mark Winter, is from. So we really love New Jersey around here. And you give 10% of your profits to local New Jersey shelters?
Yes, that's correct. Our monthly profits.
Well, that's a great way to give back. And I love that. And you gave us a little teaser on that you have some items coming out in the future. And I know we talked a little about the lick pad. What other items can you tell us about? Even, I know they're not on the market, so you might have to be a little vague, but we always like a little teaser.
Sure. So one of the peanut butters that we are looking to create is one that's tailored specifically for elder dogs, because they're the ones that are majoritively consuming medicine on a daily basis for various reasons. So we really want to create one that's specific for them. And that's one that could incorporate some of the CBD, which is popular. So we really want to focus in there, as well as treats. So peanut butter treats with Poochie Butter is another one. And then another product that we have that's still going in and out of development, but we are now currently in a position, in 2020, to be able to offer it, on a very consistent basis, is our food topper. So the same dog that was diagnosed with Lyme disease and was on medication, he's a German Shepherd, and German Shepherds are pretty picky eaters. He was a picky eater. So what we created was a product that is in a spice jar, and you sprinkle it on top of the kibble, and the oils in the peanuts will stick to the kibble. So they can't eat around it. And what it does to them is it tastes just like peanut butter. It has the same exact taste, but it will kickstart their appetite. So we're really looking to expand into that, and then just do other variations around the food topper, like a bacon and peanut butter flavor, and maybe a sweet potato and a peanut butter flavor. So those products are, we're hoping and praying that we can have those, fully displayed and operational for the World Dog Expo. So that's our goal.
I think those are great ideas, because people are more and more, preparing for their little fur babes, and things have changed so much, even in the last decade, with how they're not our pets, they're our fur kids. We're not, owners or masters, we're pet parents, and people want to be able to, prepare food for them and so forth, except we barely have time to prepare our own food. So, even if we can't prepare their food, we could sprinkle a little topper and make us feel better as pet parents that we're kind of, preparing their food for them. And like you said, for the finicky eaters, this is, a great option. And I am sure for the elder, dogs that are finicky and, having things, they get things, because I have an older dog, Mr. Z, like old dog nose with, drawing nose and this and that. Having all the oils that are in the peanut butter will be very beneficial to them.
Yes, especially coconut oil too.
I'd like to smear it all over his nose, actually, but he would just lick it off. So I don't know. And then I don't know if he'd like that. So I'd be a mean mom. Well, Henry, this is some great information you told us all about the Poochie Butter and the peanut toy, and some great products coming out in the near future. We wish you well. I'm sure everybody listening is thinking, I got to get some Poochie Butter and make my pooch happy. And what better way to make your dog feel special, your fur babe feel special, than a little Poochie Butter and a little toy. So, Henry, where can people find Poochie Butter?
Absolutely. So we currently sell Poochie Butter on our e-commerce site, which is just poochiebutter.com. And all first-time users get 15% off their first purchase with Poochie 15, which is on the website. If they subscribe through the email, they'll get like an automatic response. And on there as well is an option to purchase it through Amazon, and Prime options are available there.
Okay, wonderful. And there will also be a link to your website, as everybody listening knows. For every episode of Best Bets for Pets, there's always a little, bio picture of the product and a link to the website. So there will be a link if you're, listening as you're driving or exercising or something. Don't worry, we got you covered. And I would like to thank Henry for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about Poochie Butter. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm very grateful. And yes, just thank you again.
What a yummy show. And Nikki truly enjoyed the Poochie Butter. I'd like to thank my guest, Henry Warner, for coming on to Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about Poochie Butter. And Nikki for being my little test dude. He had a lot of fun eating Poochie Butter and playing with the toy. And thanks to everyone listening. You make Best Bets for Pets one of the best pet product podcasts out there. And thank you to my producer, Mark Winder, for making me and my guests sound great. Keep listening. You never know what we have coming up.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.